we are going to put the rack, the Softopper rack that goes with our Softopper soft top we have on the back of the Gladiator on. We ordered these together, but the rack came later than the actual soft top did, and we kind of got impatient. So the soft top, we've been running that on the back of the Jeep for a while, making use of it, taking it a couple camping trips and stuff. But now we're ready. It's kind of raining outside, so we backed the Jeep into the shop, and we're going to take the chance to get the rack installed so we have use of both. In order to get started, we have to take the Softopper back off though, so we can put the rack on first, and then we'll put the Softopper back on. So we'll start with unfastening it, rolling it up, and sliding it out, and then we will get started on the rack. So the way this rack attaches to the side of the Gladiator, there's two ways you can, two different models. You just pick it when you order it. If your truck has the utility rails that have the sliding anchors up and down, it can use that to anchor. Ours does not. So what it does on ours is it has these pieces that go into the side rails using carriage bolts, and it pinches the metal lip and uses that as an anchor. The weight will be held by the side of the bed. That just keeps it from sliding back and forth. So we'll get these set where Jessica thinks the back and forth are, and then we'll tighten them down. We can always come back and adjust them later once we see where the rack actually sits. But we'll do that, and then we'll move on to the uprights. So what we just found out on these non-utility rail models, there's actually a nut right here on the back side of this rail. And I was trying to put the pinch thing up around it, couldn't get around it. So we're sliding the rail just far enough forward so that it's going right behind that nut. And that'll actually line up both sides evenly. So it actually even saves me from trying to measure. I just know I can go right up against that nut on both sides. So we'll do that here. I can kind of freely slide this forward. Actually not, because it's too tight. Can you follow the back? We are folded.
Yeah. It is folded out.
There. I was over it. That's why it felt funny. What? Alright, so now that we've got the frame rail on, I may have jumped ahead honestly and tightened this down, but we'll see. I don't know the instructions actually supposed to do that. But the next thing is to start putting the uprights together. And that's just 4 bolts, two per side. So we'll go ahead and get these started. Get these put on in the ring. So, I just went out and measured our tent, and it is 70 millimeters across, 70 centimeters across the, between the bars. So I will measure across here, and that'll determine where we mount our tent rails, because then it should make it easy for us when we get ready to put our tent on this, which will be nice because it'll just line right up with these rails, and we should be good to go.